What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today we are going to go over how you can see your rookie development traits immediately in Madden 20. Now, back at the beginning of the year, I know that there was a specific trick that worked to tell immediately as soon as you picked a player whether they had Star, Superstar, or Superstar X Factor. At the beginning of the year, it was if a player came out with both arms pumped up, they were a Superstar X Factor. If they had one arm held up, they were a Superstar, and if they crossed their arms, they were a Star. So we are going to go in and test to see if that actually still works, and then I do have another trick to show you guys that you can utilize to tell exactly right away what those dev traits are. So let's jump into the draft and just see if that trick still works, and then I'll give you guys the second trick right after that. So I actually traded as the 49ers to get the first 3 picks, and I've edited the draft class to have a Superstar, Superstar X Factor, and Star as the first 3 picks, so we'll be able to tell you guys immediately. Shamir Whitaker should be a Superstar X Factor, so if we draft him, if the trick still works, he should pump both arms. So we'll see what he comes out as here. No, okay, so I believe they did finally patch this. So you can't utilize this trick anymore that I was talking about to tell what dev trait they are. It looks like every single player is going to come out with their 2 arms crossed. So if anybody tells you that that's still a thing, oh no, okay, so maybe they randomized it. If they told you that that's still a thing, it is not 100% accurate, because I just got a guy that should be a Superstar came out with his arms crossed. A guy that is a Star, I believe, came out with his arms pumped. So let's see what happens here. He goes 1 arm pumped. So let me go ahead and sim to the end of the draft, and then we'll be able to go in and see exactly what those players' ratings are. And in doing so, I'm going to be able to show you guys immediately what the other trick is to see what their dev traits are. Even if you're not a commissioner of the league, you do have the ability to go in and edit your players. You will be able to at least edit their equipment and their number and things like that. So all you have to do is go to your roster, and you will be able to automatically click into your players and edit them. And in the editing screen, you will be able to see what their dev trait is. So let me go to my draft recap, and I'll show you guys that here. So even though it says hidden whenever you click on a player, so say we click on Shamir Whitaker here, for example, it says hidden, but all you have to do to actually see that trait for that player is go to edit players, and no matter whether you're a commissioner and have powers or not, you will be able to go over to their player traits, and it will show you up at the top. Now, I just proved that this trick doesn't work the way that it used to. So this guy was the guy I drafted first, and he came out with his arms crossed, so he is a Superstar X Factor. So that trick doesn't necessarily work anymore. The trick used to be that you could tell immediately when you drafted a player what their dev trait was, because if they pumped up both arms, they were a Superstar X Factor. If they pumped up one arm, then they were a Superstar, and if they came out with their arms crossed, they were a Star. Well, this guy came out with his arms crossed, and the other ones came out differently, so it's not a 100% accurate way to tell it. The 100% accurate way to tell what your hidden dev trait players are is simply go to Edit Player, and come in here to the Player Traits screen, and you'll be able to tell Superstar X Factor, Superstar, or Star. You won't be able to change it if you do not have Commissioner powers, but you will be at the very least able to see it. So if you guys didn't know that, that's super helpful, super easy way to tell what your players are. You don't have to wait for the 500 downs to be played to see what they are. In addition to that, if you guys do think that you have to play the 500 downs just to reveal the dev trait or something like that, that's not true. The dev trait is in there no matter what. It's not going to change. It's not like you can affect whether that player's dev trait goes up or down. As a hidden dev trait, it is just automatically there, and at the end of the season, if you didn't reach 500 downs with that player, that dev trait will still reveal. So this guy's a Superstar X Factor. If I don't play a single down with him at the end of the season, that Superstar X Factor trait will still reveal for me, and I'll be able to see it for the next season. So real simple, real easy. We just proved that they did patch that I guess I would call it a glitch that they had, where you could immediately see what their dev trait was by the way that they came out whenever you drafted them. So that doesn't work anymore, but simply just go in after the draft or whenever you feel like it, and you can just hit Edit Player, and you will automatically be able to see their dev trait. So hopefully this helps you guys out in some way. I know it's a very small tip, you know, not super helpful or anything like that, but if it does help you guys out in some way, Let me know by leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel here if you're new, and comment down below what you guys would like to see next. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.